Alright, welcome to my little video about my first pinball machine I ever purchased, and this is Jungle Lord. I got this in a garage sale, and I brought it back from the dead. It does have some flaws, of course. So for the first half of the video, I'm going to show those of you new to this pinball machine a little bit about it and some of the cool features it has in it. And then about the other half of the video, I'll be talking about my machine in particular, and just, some of the things that are wrong with it and some of the things that I know it needs. But anyway, let's get down to business. Jungle Lord was one of the 3 multi-level pinball machines. You're very familiar with Black Knight. Well, there were 2 others. Jungle Lord is one, and Pharaoh, and it's the least loved of the 3. I think maybe it's due to theme, or it's due to some of its cheesiness here, but we'll coin up a game. I did take the glass off so I can show you some of the cool things in the game. Just right off the bat, you will notice that there are no pop bumpers on this game. It is dual flippers, and it has magna-saves like in the Black Knight pinball machine. As soon as you launch it out of the gate, the ball goes to the top, and that ball will either sail straight down the middle here or go out this side, depending on the hardness of the plunge. I would say this is one of a more difficult game if people are new to it, because they're going to be kind of surprised at how fast the ball travels down this middle chute and goes straight down the middle, depending on how you're angling the machine. Now, the first thing to look at is the drop targets up here. What's cool about the drop targets is that as soon as the first one goes down, it brings up 2 more. Now, this light bulb is out, and this rubber broke right before the video here, so I just did a little cheap fix here. But anyway, what you'll then do once the 1 target is down, then you have to go to 2 targets, and then it goes to 3. The score increases exponentially here, and then it goes to 4. Again, this light bulb's out. Then you keep hitting down the targets, and then it goes to 5. Now, once you knock down all 5 targets, and these targets won't reset from ball to ball, so you can keep working on this here. You can get down. Now, what's great about Double Trouble is you have to hit the first target down, and then it has you go to the 2nd targets, then the 3rd target, and then the 4th target. Every time you keep doing this, it adds up more score. Like right now, it's 160,000, and it keeps doing the scores over and over again. And you can tell that this target right here has a little bit of issue with my machine here, but it auto counts this target on the right, and you can hear the little ring to it when you get your 160,000 points for doing that. And again, this is incredibly easy when you get the glass off the machine, and then you go back to start the mode again by just clicking that. Once you're in Double Trouble mode, you can instantly do this, and this is how you make a lot of points. Now, another feature is this mini playfield here in the corner, and you get in the mini playfield by putting the ball into this or that target. Now, let's put it over here, and it will then eject it, and then you can also put it here. Now, there is no way to actually change lanes with these. Flipping the flipper, it does not change those, so you need a hard drop, an LORD, and that will make multi-ball go. Now, if you keep getting it up there, and you can see that it just randomly puts it in one of those spots, my L switch needs a little work there, and it will try twice if it doesn't get anything, just to see if it maybe it misfired or something like that. But you can see where it's like, well, shoot, if one of those targets is, or one of those switches is down, what am I going to do here? Well, you can spite Lord by hitting your drop targets. So if I hit these drop targets here, and I get all 3 of them down, not only do I build my magna-save, as I will show you by, well, this is going to be a little tricky here. There we go. There we go. There's the magna-save in play. These drop targets build onto the magna-save seconds that you have there. As you see, I built another magna-save. And this one has a little issue there, and adding another. You can add to 5 seconds of magna-save per side. So I'll do these drop targets here to show you 2 seconds. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna since I have 3 letters on Lord, made, I'm gonna get all of these down to finish L-O-R-D up there. So I'm gonna drop all these targets. Now, this is telling me to lock a ball because I can start multi-ball now. Now, if I had spelled Lord when the ball was in here, it'd automatically start multi-ball. So it's there. Now, what's neat about this is actually a timed multi-ball. So we'll take it down to the bottom here. And I'm gonna then take both of these down here. These 2 balls, it's a 2-ball multi-ball. And basically we'll keep the balls alive as much as you can, and since I'm holding the camera, it's really hard to actually do this, but if you spell Lord again while the 2 balls are in play, your score just goes nuts here. Because that's kind of what you're hoping here. You're hoping for locking and loading all of the balls here to spell Lord. Again, I've put a ball in each of the locks there, and it will do one for each. So let's spell Lord and show you what happens here. Little ringer goes and calls me the Jungle Lord. It's funny that the oscillating sounds in the background are now oscillating so fast it sounds like kind of a blur. But I'm going to double drain here and have it reset. There we go. Now I get to the bonus at the end. And there we go. And what's great about this game too is that you kind of have those Defender, good old Robotron and Defender sounds. So it's kind of a neat game. Obviously, this kind of takes us. There's a couple other things. There's a U-turn, U-turn right here. That's pretty fast. My multiplier switch is out, so spinning it around here would light the multiplier. And especially if you get it down this lane and then shoot up here, there's a little bit of a combo bonus, as there is if you shoot down this lane and then shoot it up this ramp. So there's combos to be made here. And there's some numbers, like there's a 1, there's a 2, there's a 3, there's a 4, and there's a 5. If you do all 5, and it looks like my 5 switch is on the fritz a little bit here, but if you do all 5, then it sets up double scoring. So again, this kind of brings us to like all the different kind of cool features in this older pinball machine that has multi-ball. Doesn't get a lot of love, but I feel like there's a really good machine to be had here if you're a medium to advanced player. I think it's a really strong pinball machine in terms of rules for its era, and again, it doesn't get the love that Black Knight or Pharaoh would get. But so you can really score these pretty inexpensively, and for a Williams game that kind of has a lot going for it, it's a pretty nice one to start the collection. Now what I want to do is, this is the end of the video where I'm going to kind of talk about all the things that Jungle Lord can do, and I'm actually recording this a little bit for some of the people who are interested in buying this. So what I want to do is to show you some items of wear and some other spots. I did highlight that some of the drop target, like this one, had some trouble. It sometimes fires and again doesn't know it's down, so it didn't register a second. On this side, the 5 switch is out. The U-horn switch that does multiplier is out, and also the L of Lord, that switch is also out. Apart from just a new band, this switch here, it auto-registers it. It thinks it's down, but it doesn't. It isn't actually hit. And those are the actual, like, the to-do list in terms of the mechanics of the machine, but everything else is in tip-top shape. In terms of condition, there are swirl marks on the playfield. This playfield it has wear spots. It's typical for its age, and around some of the inserts. Does have some insert wear, but no grooves or divots that would cause the ball to pop or do weird stuff. In terms of the back glass, there are some bad spots. By the Tiger, there's flaking, and then a little bit cracking at the top. Definitely not the worst I've seen, but again, this back glass, I've kind of looked for a new Jungle Lord back glass, and haven't actually found it. All right, so the two biggest, I'd say, fixer-uppers part of this is the paint on the side. You can see that there's no red in this design, whereas there's red on the bottom. I think someone was trying to redo it, or somebody from the factory just said, ah, screw it, and gave up. And John Dayhuff was very nice to give me a chance, because he had a red cabinet. If you see a Jungle Lord in a red cabinet instead of this blue cabinet, that's kind of the prototype models, and it's worth a little bit more money from a collectability standpoint. But what I did is I traced his cabinet where the red paint was. So if you know anybody who has a little bit of art skill, you can kind of see there's the eyes of the lady and how it would kind of fit right here on the side here. You can actually get, I have this here, so again, this is one of the reasons why I just don't get to my projects as fast or as quick as I want to. So there's that. Also, there's a little bit of problem in the bottom of the cabinet, because the bottom of the cabinet has, if you can see it here, there's a little bit of, the bottom is coming off. So I haven't attached it, because I, again, don't have as much skill about, wondering about how I would attach the bottom to the top here. But I wanted to show this to you because, I mean, this is got to be very careful if you use a pin lifter. Put a board all the way across it so it gets braced on these and not on the board in the middle here. And again, the guts of it is pretty good. I do right now have there's no general illumination lit, so you can see that the GI is out. But the funky thing about the Jungle Lord, this game, is that if I end up moving it somewhere elsewhere in this basement here, then the general illumination comes back on. Or like one of the magna-saves might be, it might, turn off, like it might flake out when I move it around the basement, and then, right now the magna-saves are both working great and the GI is out, and then other times the GI will be perfectly fine and one of the magna-saves is out. So this machine really needs some TLC, and that's why I'm putting it up for sale at a price that I can live to get rid of it, and wouldn't miss it at that, because I am just out of room right now. I've got everything pretty much packed in here. So thank you for looking, and if you got questions about Jungle Lord, it's a really affordable pin. Gives you multi-ball, no pop bumpers, but it gives you a double level playfield. I would have to say that in terms of difficulty, you've got a novice pinball player is going to play it for like 3 to 4 times and then give up, because it's just going to be too frustrated to keep the ball out of the lower playfield, getting it up to the top there. If this machine's really dialed in, it really does kind of, like, it is easy to get things to the top of the machine. But I think beginner players are not going to like it that much. But average to expert players will appreciate all the things that are going on for a pinball of this age. So this is a Williams Jungle Lord. It is a pretty great pin for a small or starter collection, and it is it's a good affordable pin. It's a good affordable pin. And again, email me or catch me on Pinside at BC Game Guide if you have any questions. Thank you.